Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. There are calls for there to be a probe launched into the activities or inactivities of Scotland's laziest minister, Fat Angus. His only real job is to sit at the pointy end of a plane, quaffing champagne, eating caviar, and travelling the world, pretending he's important. He does like first class and the very best hotels, of course. But has he breached the ministerial code? Some say yes. He has been lying, it seems, apparently, allegedly, by saying he was never invited to a meeting with the Heritage Quango Historic Environment Scotland. And then it turns out that he was, and they've produced, alas for him, the emails showing that he was invited. And now, of course, he's been accused of throwing his own officials under the bus to protect his nice, cushy £130,000 a year job and all that international travel and quaffing and scoffing. They don't call him Fat Angus for nothing. Old Air Miles, he's up there, isn't he? Air Miles Angus and Jet Set Jilly. They are Scotland's answer to Judith Chalmers. Only more Judith Charmless, I would suggest. But he was branded a very lazy minister by opponents during a bit of a car crash session in Holyrood. Swinney has been urged to investigate this to see whether he has breached the code after he repeatedly told the Scottish Parliament Culture Committee that he had never been asked to attend a board meeting with HES. However, the leaked documents, as I say, prove that that was a lie. They've been begging him to come and discuss the whole series of crises engulfing this Quango. There's the guy that ate with his wife for 25 quid in a 12,500 night a room in one of the castles there in Edinburgh during the tattoo. Paid 25 quid for it. Nice. There's accusations of racism, accusations of sexual inappropriateness, etc., etc., as well as the usual old corruption and bollocks like that, really. But Fat Angus has insisted he was never told about the requests and that he'd asked his civil servants why he had not been informed. But his excuses were called out by critics who said that they, first of all, didn't believe him, and it's easy not to, isn't it? And then during the evidence session that was given last week, a guy called Kevin Hogg, who is the government's director of culture, who knew they had one, was sitting beside him and knew about the invites but failed to correct his boss. So now Stephen Kerr, Scottish Tory, secured what was an urgent question on the floor at Holyrood and was scathing in his criticism of the SNP minister. He called his opponent's claim that he wasn't aware of any invitations nonsense and went on, "This episode has revealed a cabinet secretary completely out of touch with events inside his own office and within one of the most troubled public bodies in Scotland, for which he has ultimate responsibility." Does Angus Robertson not see that by throwing a civil servant under the bus to protect himself, he's done lasting damage to his reputation? Will he accept that shifting blame onto officials is no substitute for competence, and that the Parliament and the public deserve a minister who's on top of his brief, not one who seems to be incapable of managing it? Well done, Stephen Kerr, and he's absolutely right. I want to see the investigation into why one of the senior managers was twerking in front of Martin Compston. Sexually, baby. That'd be nice. I'd like to find out that. Like a video of that one. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Martin Compston, a man who loves Scotland so much, he lives in Los Angeles. Oh well, that's what Scotland does to you, isn't it? Drives you all away. And mad. Drives you mad. Thanks very much. Bye.